and run for this. And he himself said, he said, when you run for one term, he himself said it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps more could have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Nima Bouaka will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position than was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States $40,044,365.90. In 2018, my government inherited a consolidated cash position of $7 million United States dollars. The next administration thus has more resources to deal with emergency macroeconomic challenges than my administration had at its disposal in 2018. My fellow citizens, through our time together, I held still fast to two cornerstones of leadership: keeping the peace and upholding the democratic process and the root of our democratic journey. I am immensely proud that during my tenure, Liberia remained at peace with itself and at peace with its neighbor. Our armed forces, the force of good, will never turn against our own people, and the standard actions were confined to international peacekeeping mission under the United Nations. This peace, sustained by our own domestic resources, is a testament to the maturity and strength.
We are rejoicing over the defeat of the old regime. We are rejoicing for the effort to bring a new regime. Then we sit down with happiness. We go write paper for that 79-year-old man. He's struggling to read. Then you go there, I will tell United Nations, I will tell US, I will bring weapon for you. Because you think weapon for you, transit. By the time the open of reading, when you got to the place.
when you elect a clown and you think that he will be a king, what he does is to convert the kingdom into a circus. This is what we must deal with, and this is what we must say. Who do we elect into our public offices? Because, as I've said before, when you allow hyenas to take care of goats, why should you be surprised when the goats are eaten? This is the same. And Africa is only going to realize our potential in all areas when, by dint of choice, we enable and allow our best men and women to serve in different areas. I've heard it being said about Lee Kuan Yew in Singapore. I've heard it being suggested about Mahathir Mohamad in Malaysia. I've heard it being said about Japan. I've heard it being said about other countries.
Of the rim of possibilities. He then asked, how do we assure Liberia's future? And he answers that. Ultimately, he says, what we do about Taylor in the next several weeks will determine the fate of Liberia and the new administration of its president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Crane then sets out several plans, two of which I'll state here. He said, first, hand Charles Taylor over to the special court for Sierra Leone for a fair trial, his kind of trial. This takes him out of the local and regional dynamics that is West Africa. Second, tie any financial and political support to good governance in Liberia. Time does not permit, but the exhibits are present. Not even the Nigerian nation was spared from threats and intimidation, as explained by Femi Kayode, press secretary to President Obasanjo, the Nigerian head of state, who was with him in Washington when President George W. Bush promised, and I quote, to bring Nigeria to its knees if Taylor was not turned over to the special court. And what happened? Obasanjo buckled and capitulated. Now, this demonstrates the significant pressure that was brought to bear on President Obasanjo, irrespective of his personal and leadership obligations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your hands, wave your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much.
And it is popularly known or referenced to a nationalist, a patriotic character in Hawazin, when he said there is no flag large enough to cover the shame of killing innocent people. And yes, I can go on again to repeat. There is no flag large enough to cover the shame of killing innocent people. There is no form of intellectualism. There is no form of intellectual capacity that is exhibited that intends to rationalize or politicize or intellectualize the poor conditions of our people, the economically striking conditions of our people that are pushing them into abject poverty, resulting into their deaths on a daily basis. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on Freedom Heart Talk.
war, but people crying for hunger.
This is 87.9.
The mission, your intention.
This is Freedom FM.
Dunga,
And we are broadcasting live to you from the nation's capital in Monrovia.
promise you life.
My name is Austin Kawa. I am your usual host. We are driving you straight up to 10 o'clock tonight.
The people last us.
A lot is being said about a case involving
I said, they lie.
Clifford Payne, the individual who worked
The people lie.
in the office of the vice president of our country,
Us.
that is heavily connected to an attempt to have a suspected individual connected to drugs released from custody of the Drug Enforcement Agency. That did not materialize. It became a serious scuffle,
While our damages.
and including assault on LDEA officers.
Us. The thing we saw a frustrated.
We have a communication from the office of the vice president announcing the suspension of the individual connected. But also there is a clarity from the office of the vice president. All of these are going to form part of the package tonight. There is a video also circulating on social media where the president, Joe Yimambwaga, is seen in the video with his legs on the table, interacting with a member of his local government authority. And somebody may want to ask Austin, why are you bringing this up tonight? It is important because there is something called etiquette. There is something called moral. There is something called protocol, moral decency. So we have to have these conversations, especially when they involve our leaders who are supposed to be setting standards for the younger generations to follow. So in case you have not watched the video, we will play you the video tonight for those of you watching and those of you listening, to listen and watch the interaction between the president and a member of the local government authority.
We tire with the promises that let us to allow the damages. We tire with that speech.
And I keep hearing today again, there were some posts that were shared about, oh, you people will cheat in 2029, you people will rig the election and all of that. And every time we keep hearing these conversations surfacing, it's important that we do not let that slide under the rug.
You use us and later on abuse us. So why? They want to make you lie.
And so, yes, we look into the different activities. Very short, these are the major issues that we are going to talk about tonight, straight up to 10 o'clock. As usual, the protocol of the show is we open the telephone lines for 15 minutes to allow you set the basis and talk to us about how your day went and what is on your mind, what is on your mind.
You got nothing to show, nothing.
This show is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia,
What makes you lie? Why? But that the question now.
and we are in partnership with Win Liberia, our financial partner. The cash giveaway is active. All you have to do, just make sure you have 50 cents. Sorry, did I say 50 cents? $50 Liberian on your mobile money account, or its equivalent in US dollars is 25 cents. And you are all good to go tonight to play our cash giveaway. Who knows? You could just be lucky to win for yourself $5,000 tonight, or $10,000 tonight, or $15,000 tonight, or $20,000 tonight, or $25,000 tonight. And so very shortly, we'll take a walk from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia of Ome Semsanyo.
They preach in thee, and now you need to deceive us.
When we come back,
They frustrate us. So why they should
move into the issues.
why they should allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you. That why we both tell you. Thank God. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? If our makes you lie, why?
So yes, do not go away. Stick and stay with us. We will be just right back after this break.
Us, the people lie to us, the government betray us.
Hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the sort of vigilante-style justice in this country, we are seeing recent none of all will be saved. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death. And we are seeing recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia. We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Liberia.
My people, your hello.
Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Tapla, why is the news today again?
Well, the news is that the AFL is getting ready to recruit qualified and interested Liberians to join the army early 2026.
Che, thank God, we have been waiting so long for this time, Tapla. Let me call my children Krubo and Wimanga, yeah?
But wait, the AFL is not just taking anybody.
Why you me again?
Chebo, the recruitment process is free, yeah? No money business. You have to be a Liberian citizen from 18 to 35 years, be a high school graduate or college student, and must have your WAEC certificate. The AFL people say no WAEC certificate, no joining AFL, yeah? You must be physically and mentally fit. It means be well and strong, yeah? You must not get bad human rights record, criminal record, or other bad behaviors. The AFL people say they will check for all that want to.
So, Tapla, all the things you talk, that all?
No. To prove your citizenship, the AFL people say you must bring your national ID card, voters registration card, Liberian passport, birth certificate, or certificate of naturalization. That one there, that the people who were not Liberian citizens, but they say they won't be citizens for Liberia, they get a document from the court. 2 passports have photos, white background, health certificate from any recognized health center. But it has to be within the last 3 months of your application, yeah? Any other relevant document you get, AFL people say bring a vocational certificate or diploma. Can't we?
Wow. Then it means my children, Krubo and Wimoga, are qualified, yeah? But where will these children go to apply now?
Chebo, the recruitment exercise will take place in 4 regions. The central region, that Monserrado, Crane-Bassa, and Magibi counties. The recruitment center will be located in Monrovia, Monserrado County. Then the western region, Crane Cape Mount, Bomi, and Bapolu County. The recruitment region, that Lofa, Bon, and Nimba counties. The recruitment center will be in Banga, Bon County. Then in the southeastern region, that Grand Jide, River G, Maryland, Grand Cru, River Cess, and Sino counties, yeah? Because the county is plenty over there, we will have 2 recruitment centers. One in Zedru, Grand Jide County, and the other one will be in Harper, Maryland County.
But Tabla,
Mhm.
you are my friend and brother, and you are a big man in the AFL. So I will recommend my children to you so you can help them enter the AFL.
Oh, Chebo, I want too big. AFL people say no recommendation, yeah? In fact, AFL people say you must be careful with any AFL soldier or civilian who tell you, say, give me money so I can help you to join the AFL. That one there part, that lie.
AFL people say whether you AFL big man or small man, if you recommend anyone, they will sack you from the AFL and disqualify that person, yeah?
The high command of the AFL assures the public that the recruitment process will be strictly based on merit, yeah?
A message from the armed forces of Liberia.
AFL ready to go. AFL ready to go. See them all, see them all. See them all, see them all.
Okay. Thank you. Let's welcome all of you joining us tonight on the show via our social media handles, including YouTube and Facebook. Beginning with Dubon Hill from the US, Venetius Bar from Nukutan, Stephen Yagadi from Lower Margibi County. Stephen, I'm told Margibi was upside down on the weekend with your Senator Nathaniel McGill. Mohammed Balo has joined us from Broadville. Momo Rogers is joining the show tonight via YouTube. Maurice Jesse is following the show from Chicken Soup Factory. Henry Toll has joined us tonight from Cardwell. Let's see who else. William W. Woodoo from Cardwell is also joining the show tonight. Sam Jackson has joined us from Pablan. Shemon Kate is following from Grand Bassa County. Emmanuel Yanson is joining the show tonight from Yekipa. Hezekiah Doe has joined us. Mary Tooley is following from New Georgia Estate. Claudette Allison has joined us. Tonight, my weekend was okay, and I hope yours was also okay. Claudette Allison. Papi Keita is joining the show tonight from Dupont Road. Patricia Brown from Rehab. Ben Jasso from he says, well, coming back 2029, something. Okay, Ben Jasso said, good evening. I'm watching from We Are Asian coming back 2029 community. Welcome, Ben Jasso. Amos Tupa has joined us. Shelton Dipe is following the show tonight from Barnesville, Quebec. Good evening, Chief. I'm closely monitoring you from Radio Stitowa compound this evening, Chief. Welcome to the show. Practicing journalist Marshall Queen Peter one day. Marshall, you have to message me on Messenger so we can talk or connect, please. Just message me. I'll send you my number for us to talk. Marshall Queen one. Peter one day from Crown Hill. Jerry Sintupa has joined us tonight from Victoria Island in Lower Johnsonville. J. Augustus Help is following the show. He said from Old Trafford to you. I don't know how far you guys game. How far your game gone, man. But it was 0-0. I pray they don't be here tonight. Mawata BDT, welcome to the show. Avin Sampon, welcome. Boeman Koi, welcome. Limeo Pikin, welcome to the show. Tio Jabate, welcome. Evelyn Deconti T from Tucson, welcome. I'm sure that's Grand Jide. Jeff Ginoway is following from Grand Jide also. Nathan Jabadia is joining tonight from Sano. D. Wule Fanon is joining the show tonight from Painesville. Welcome to all of you. Musa Sharif Hadala. Welcome to the show. All of you. It's good to have all of you joining the show tonight. Please do us a favor tonight by sharing the show. It's important that you have others joining and watching the show too along with you. So please share the link in your different places or your different handles to have others joining the show. It says sharing is caring, so do not be mean to other people. Rose Small, thank you for joining the show. Yeah, so yes, let's go through our pattern. Normally we take the next 15 minutes, so you will have up to the next 15 minutes to talk to you. I'm sure that's the pattern. So where did you spend your weekend? How did you spend your weekend? What's on your mind you want to talk about? Tonight the platform is available to you. Let's do this for the next 15 minutes and run into our different conversations tonight. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the two numbers to call tonight and be the part to join the show tonight. But the WhatsApp number for those of you in the diaspora is also active on +231 886 500 104. So those are the three separate numbers for you to call tonight. Let's hear from you. What is on your mind you want to talk about? Too many things happened over the weekend. Too many things happening today. And we're closing the day with a major conversation tonight. It's important we hear from you. What's on your mind you want to talk about? And then we can move into our conversations tonight on the different other issues. Beginning with this person. Let's hear this person on the show. Good evening to you.
Good evening.
Let's hear you quickly. 1 minute. Make your point.
Thank you ever so much, Austin. This is Joe Patrick Blamo, and I'm calling from Patrick Factory.
Okay.
First, I want to say congratulations to you, Austin, and I follow you, and you work away from the world of university, so I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
You know why. And also, I want to say thanks to Philo Evans family for the reception. We've been listening to you people keenly. You've been providing information. And what I want to say, keep courage, focus, along with KOK. Do not give up, because we know they have perpetrators, they have other guys who want to extract your attention. But you people are doing extremely well, provide information to our people. And we know every information you people give us is the rightful information. I want to say thanks to you. We are on the film watching and keep pushing the journal of the matrculation of democracy. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let's go to talk to more callers from this number. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you. What is burning your chest? You want to let out? Good evening to you. You are live. I'm asking what is burning your chest that you want to let out? Okay, it seems this person is not following the pattern of the show. So let's go to talk to somebody from this end. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Let's hear you. Yeah, see so. You see, that's some certain things can make people can turn people on. Yes. Every time you're listening to radio and you want to call, once you take your phone and dial the number, the first thing you should do is to switch the monitor off. If you do not know what the monitor is the system that you are using to listen to the show. It could be your TV, it could be your radio, depending on how you are listening. So once you call, switch the monitor off or walk far away from the monitor to avoid feedback. It gets so terrible and disgusting. Those are all those. You see, we are wearing headphones, so yeah, it embarrasses our ears. Let's talk to this person. Good evening to you. I'm okay. Let's hear you. What is the name? Tell us what is on your mind that you want to let out.
Yeah, on my mind, I talked about the demolition of homes. How many feet away from the quota in the community?
You want to know how many feet away from your home should be away from the main road or the rail line?
Yeah, Yeah, because I'm not under the tension wire, but they said the phone didn't coming from where they have the Wuku.
Which part of
from St. Paul Bridge. I come from St. Paul Bridge, going to my body, so on your left side. When I take on the iron for again.
Which part of Tottenham are you calling from? Do you have your property?
Yeah, I called from Fullerton. Yeah, I'm after dinner.
Okay, I'm sure the head of communications at the Ministry of Public Works is he follows this show regularly. I hope he can call in to make some clarity regarding that inquiry from Bomi County about the demarcation. Okay, so let's take more calls. We'll say we are doing this for 15 minutes. So let's take more calls from this and this person. Good evening to you. Okay, this person is not ready yet. We'll talk to this person. Hello. Good evening to you. What is your name?
This is Lloyd Johnson.
We are listening. Tell us what is burning your mind tonight.
Thank you. No, I hear people saying that the party said they will make election 2029. So they should not put that thing on their mind. Let them erase it. Because any attempt to try it without waiting to suffer on the United Party, they will be on bloodbath, they will be like Somalia, they will be like Bello Congo. So when they try it, probably can you give United Nations can help them. We will damage things in this country when they try it. We will stay back. The first we think about it, thank you.
Next person. Good evening to you.
Hello?
Let's hear you tell us your name.
Yeah. Morris calling from Broadville.
Broadville, what is burning your mind or your chest tonight that you want to let out?
Yeah, one thing I want to ask you guys at the station there.
Your background is not sale.
I'm in my room.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me get out. I will call back.
Okay. Let's talk to this person from this end. Hey man, the calls are too many. I have to put this one on speaker to get you on loud. Let's see. Oh no, let me take it from this side and see. Hello, good evening to you.
I'm calling for Dwala in Keke.
Okay, Dwala in your Keke. Tell us what is on your.
On the mindset because now we want to listen to our Joshua, you know, the wood will stay for the sake of peace. Everything. So then it just be next year. So the mindset is to say they will go up together.
Thank you very much. Next person, go ahead. Let's hear you. What is the name? Good evening to you.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Let's hear you quickly in 1 minute.
Hello?
I'm getting you. You are live. Let's hear you.
Hello, you getting me?
Oh, no, you are not getting me. You have to adjust and call back. Let's talk to this person from here. Good evening to you.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, my name is Morris Care from Quaker.
Okay, Quaker.
Yeah, brother.
Okay.
Now, one thing I want to find out from you.
Go ahead.
That when we vote for the president, the president will sit up for 6 months. But when the president sit up for the 6 months, they can sign contract for 25 years with other companies. Why is it right for you to be the constitution?
Okay, so your point, the question is the president is only there for 6 years and he's signing contract for value for 25 years, 30 years beyond he tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after the 6 years, the other person coming there that is not something without money.
Okay, that's what on your mind. I think I will try to say something about that. Let's talk to the next person. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. Austin Kawa. This is President David. They put discussing that the planning 2029 will try it. There'll be a bloodshed in the country. So it's serious. So better just keep it up the back of the mind because we get prepared for that. So it's serious.
Thank you very much. We have 10 minutes to go. Let's talk to the next person. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. You're live on the show. Let's hear you. This is Freedom Hard Talk. What do you want to say?
Imam Bakas, I'm calling for President. I want to talk with the public minister. My number is 0247
You say who you? You say who you? 1 minute now, Imam. 1 minute. You say who you want to talk to?
The public minister. I want to talk with him for the demolition. 0247 498087. 0247 498087. 0247 498087.
You want to talk with him? You want to talk with the public works minister?
Yeah.
Okay, call your number. 0777 49 80 87.
Yeah,
Which part of Bomi you call from?
I'm calling from Fullertown.
Okay. Fullertown. Okay, Iman, I will text your number to the communication person and I hope the ministry can be able to reach out to you. Let's talk to this person. Good evening to you.
Good evening. My name is Isaac S. Momo. I joined Steven Trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, what's on my mind this afternoon is that, you see, what all the people are talking about President William, about he bringing jobs, people around the president bringing jobs in the country, everything they said, they are the one that are doing this. That's why people are saying, oh, the opposition political party are weak, the biggest opposition political party. We are not weak, but God will fight our battle because today, the vice president office, somebody from the office, today, the person was driving the person to leave the jail. You see what happened today? We hear vice president coming to say, oh, I'm not aware of it. Anybody connected to me, whether directly or indirectly, should be there with the law implement because they know they are very exposed. And that's what God continues to do until they get out of power 2029. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to God's help. God's help. Go ahead. Let's hear you. Let's hear you from this end.
Oh, peaceful Liberians who are listening this evening, our fellow common citizens. Austin, there is something that's on my mind, and it's something that is causing embarrassment to people trying to do bank transaction. This issue about the national identification cards was somehow abolished around June of this year. But some bankers are still demanding that we produce our national ID cards to get our services at the banks. And one question that is begging, if you can collect my money when I'm depositing with all our national ID card, why should you be demanding national ID card, most especially when you even know that there is no POS operating at the moment around the country? That's my concern. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think I experienced that some part of last week also. Because just as you drop the line, everything score on you. So everything is leading Manchester United 1-0. You know, it was better you didn't call because apparently your call brought in the goal. Let's take maybe 5 more calls and then we can wrap it up here tonight on the call-in segment and go to and run into our different discussions here tonight. So let's begin with this person from here. Good evening to you. Hello. Okay, this person seems not to be ready. Let's talk to this person from this other line. Hello, good evening to you. Hello. If you start the one with any call-in session tonight because I don't know what the problem is on the GSM company. So yeah, let me try this side too and see whether it's going to work. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Good evening to you.
Yeah, how are you?
I am okay. Welcome to Freedom Hard Talk.
Yeah, we have to know calling for Grand Kitmore County Hospital Highway.
Okay. What is on your mind you want to talk about tonight?
Yeah, the thing on my mind, I want to get fair understanding from you. Because you start looking all over here that we are sick, we want to work, not get a car, and that is my concern to them. Actually, to call and find out from you. That is true. That is on my mind to call.
Chief, if you have been so worried about that, tonight I want to say to you, do not worry anymore. President Weah is 100% okay. In fact, he practiced and exercised over the weekend. This going weekend, he played football and all. So he is okay. Okay? Thank you very much. He is well, okay. We never do anything, but now I can be pushing on the I often say and call it, man. Say, Chi, hello, how you doing? So you can hear him. So the man is okay. So don't worry about that one. The man okay. The person that ain't okay, you know the person that ain't okay. So don't worry. Yeah, I think we can move on to something else. Let's transition to something. I like to start on a softer note. Today, I read a piece in a very strategic chat room that has a lot of former officials and current officials of our government. And I have been seeing a couple of individuals sharing different links. 3 to 4 months ago, I was telling you about the need for our country to adopt a behavior. And in fact, I was frowning on lawmakers that were bashing at ArcelorMittal, and other companies. And excluding other companies that are operating in the country, instead of fixing the problems we have with our different, whether it's minimal development agreement or it's a concession agreement, whatsoever it was, or it's financing agreement. These agreements that we have issues with, I have been saying to all of us as a country, hey, it is far way better for us to sit down and have a conversation with these concessionaires operating in our country, instead of using our powers and influence to lambast or to blackmail, these companies and provide misinformation and disinformation about the things that some of these companies are doing in our country. And I don't know why I see that most officials are just so concerned about attacking and targeting ArcelorMittal alone and leaving other companies. Yeah, a few things I'd like to say to all of you tonight. And I'm going to be very clear with this. And every time, maybe 2 or 3 times a week on the show, I think I'm going to use my time to, as a patriotic citizen, to caution the public, the audience. Because this discussion is not about the government officials. They all have their vested interests, their personal interests, their selfish interests. But at the end of the day, you, the people, need to be aware of what is happening around you. To not allow anybody to tell you that I don't work for Mita, and I'm not too sure I have any intention of working for Mita anytime soon. I enjoy what I'm doing on the radio and my other hustle outside the radio. Right? But I don't know why we are having less conversation about HPX, for example. How many of us, there are new, Mita is an old company, Mita is an old girlfriend. She's been here with us. In our tough times, in our challenging times, she never wanted defaulted on her financial commitment to this country. Even when there were challenging times, Ebola, or COVID-19, monkeypox, what kind of thing you think about? Mita was here contributing her quota and even going beyond. Is that so enough? In my mind, it may not be reasonably enough, but the commitment, the determination that I have seen in Mita, I have never seen such commitment and investment from any concession company operating in this country. Point to one, P. Martin is here. Let's do a comparative analysis of all of the concession agreements operating in this country and see and establish what Mita has done outside her MDA compared to all the other MDs, or concessionaires we have operating in this country. We have complained about all the concession agreements in this country. How many concession agreements have you seen or heard coming to the table or waiting to come to the table to sit down and have a dialogue, to upgrade or improve? Have you ever heard B Madi tell you say, "Oh, you can't go sit down to talk"? Have you ever heard Hammerberg tell you, "Let's sit down and talk"? Showing willingness, displaying willingness to sit down and talk. Have you heard it before? No. If you heard it, make the reference. I'll retract my statement. You haven't. Have you heard what the one Western cluster from Bombing County, my county where I was born in? Have you heard them or seen anything, any sound on the wall that shows their willingness to sit down and change or upgrade or upgrade their performance in the county? No. See the road. Drive from Broadville to Bombing County and see how many hours you spend just to get to Clay. They plow that route with their trucks. They do not even have the conscience. They're not conscious enough to say, let's go and get some rocks and dump the rocks in the holes. They are rallying onto potholes that are turning into wells and trucking or transporting our oil from Bombing County. B Mountain the same way, transporting our heavy-duty equipment on the Pearl River Bridge, on the St. Paul Bridge, and on our roads without making any intervention outside their agreement or their commitment to our country. This company has been here. This company is here. And when people try to, I don't get it how we are all in negating or rejecting or trying to latch or attack ArcelorMittal. And leaving the new companies that are coming. We have Oranto coming before us. Nobody talking anything significant about Oranto. What is in Oranto for us? We have HPX is coming here. Nobody is saying anything significant about HPX and what HPX has invested or what HPX intend to invest. Even the government that is bringing in HPX is not communicating anything to you. Listen to the public hearing how it was so disgusting that people from Noka could not even locate the corporate offices of these people who want to come here to invest. You can stand around anytime and find Metasti. Now, my thing is, it's important that we all consolidate. Dialogue should be paramount to any serious government. If you ask me, I'll tell you, hey, some of these lawmakers you see attacking Mita is for personal reasons. Personal aggrandizement. That's all. Nothing. Because all the problems all the things they've been saying, these are things that are solvable. These are problems these are challenges that have been discussed and that are still being discussed. How come these challenges are being discussed and these lawmakers are still running around paying interest groups and all of that to attack a particular company when there are other companies coming here to bid, promising you millions to invest millions, and we are not talking about their millions. How many millions HPX says she's bringing here? Are we having conversation about HPX millions? How many millions Oranto says she's bringing here to invest? Are we having conversation about Oranto's millions? How many millions, how many brands she was investing here? Are we having conversation about their millions or their investment in the Southeast? How many millions B Madi says she was bringing here to invest? Are we having conversation about their millions? Are we seeing any significant investment or transformation in Grand Cape County or in Grand Cape County where they're operating? Same applies to, or same question applies to what you call them operating in the Western cluster. Are we having conversation about these people? Aqua Lab is right here in District 17. Are we having conversation about their investment? Are we satisfied with their investment in the country or in that area? G5 or Wakana, they also here. Are we satisfied with their investment? Are we considering the possibility of expanding? Are we willing to work with them and ensure that they expand in other parts of the country? BA Factory Club, BA, are we having any conversation with them about the possibility of expanding in the Southeast? These are conversations we should be having with these million or multi-million dollar investments in our country. And I see most attentions are driven towards Mita. I say to say Mita is the only company operating in our country. It shows to me that we have a number of unserious people in public service. On a serious note, to even see public official launching a propaganda war against an investment in the country instead of going to the plenary and listening or putting a petition on the floor to begin a new empowering NRC, Bureau of Concessions, and other stakeholder possibility of upgrading or amending our agreement with Mita. We've instead decided to launch propaganda war against a company. What kind of people are we, or government officials are we? What kind of people are we? And we say we want to grow our country, and we're making a proposed budget of 1.2 billion, and that 1.2 billion, 200 million of that money that the government is depending on is coming from ArcelorMittal in our signature bonus. But people are still saying, shut the company down, fight the company, don't pass their agreement. But don't pass their agreement, but you are dependent on a 200 million, which provoked you or encouraged you or motivated you to propose a 1.2 billion budget. We have to be serious. We have to be serious in this country, and not just serious but sincere. We have to be extremely sincere to ourselves in this country. The lawmakers or those who are attacking these companies, they should instead be telling you what these companies have done and what they have not done, and using the appropriate channels to have them or compel them to do what they have not done. But at times when I sit down and see, then for us who have spent the rest of our lives behind microphones investigating the operations of all of these investments in our country, and because there is an audience that believe in us so much that we've placed ourselves under the to come out and tell you some things about everybody or anything happening in your country. Our conversation, this platform, is not just a political platform that is supposed to dig deeper in the operations of government and also investigate government officials. We'll go beyond that, acknowledging the fact that there are good things happening in this country, but they are happening with mounting challenges that we must face. We must own these challenges, face them, and solve them instead of fighting the challenges that are bewildering us. We have to be sincere with our conscience and speak these things to you. I always say to you, I do not hate Joe Bwaka as an individual. If he was not president, he and I will have nothing in common. Because he's president, we are under the moral obligation to pressure him, to chastise him, to criticize him, to critique his performance. And that does not exclude his officials. That does not exclude the legislature. It includes everybody, including the citizens from Nimba, who are allowing the lawmakers to push them into engaging into misguided conversation and engagement with the company operating in the country. Do you know the impact of Mita in Nimba? Do you know the impact Mita has had in Grand Bassa? Do you know the impact Mita has had in Bon County? And we want to discredit all of these interventions that Mita has made in those counties, and even at the national government level, in the name of politics. One lawmaker said that he broke and he wants to attract the attention of Mita or any other company, then they jump running around, just like grasshopper or running around or grasshopping around. And am I pleased with the performance of most of these companies? No. No. Am I pleased with the level of commitment, courage, determination that companies like Mita has shown in sitting down that they're willing to stay here. Yes, I've seen that in Mita. And we must say these things. You see, SPX, they're running all around. Oh, that I told you, SPX, they're running all around. Paying media institutions. I say this because I'm there. I know. Paying media institutions, paying whole media institutions every day. Beginning next week, maybe, or this week, we'll start calling some names. You go read a newspaper and see every day there is a headline story against Mita. As if to say the company is doing nothing. All of these are propagandistic contents sponsored by HPX. And we're told reliably that they're sponsored by HPX. Just in the name of this multi-role user thing, the government has already set up a committee, an agency, in fact. Nobody is fighting you. Come here and share the role with Mita. What you're supposed to pay in royalty to the government, you pay it. And the procedures, the standards, and the operating standards that are supposed to be that will be established by the government, they are established, and all sides will be allowed to abide by the standards. What do we want? Shut Mita down and drive them away? After investing over 2.5 billion in this country just to rehabilitate our road, our port, and all our money infrastructure, that's just on renovation. If somebody say, let's shut them down and chase them out, and you think it's going to make sense, we are supporting George Weah because we want Mr. Weah to improve this country. And Mr. Weah will not improve this country when we start supporting actions that will drive or chase all of these companies out of the country. What is he going to inherit if we drive these companies outside, away, instead of sitting down and dialoguing or negotiating with them? We drive them because another company wants them out. Then we drive it. We come back, another president comes to power, and another powerful company wants HPX out. Then we drive HPX out. Then we bring the company in. Another president comes and wants that other company out. Then we drive them out. Is that how we intend to grow the private sector? We can grow our private sector. We need competition. Any economy that does not encourage competition, that economy is not ready to grow. Only illiterate society will not encourage competition. Only illiterate people will not encourage competition. Only illiterate investors will not encourage competition. Only selfish investors will not encourage competition or will not want to compete. If you're truly committed to investing in this country, then you should be afraid of competition, not. You should be afraid of competition, not. If you're truly committed to investing in the country. Imagine I'm sitting and somebody is telling me, hey, Asda Mita Liberia, even though you've invested over 2.5 billion in rehabilitating our rail, our pole, our money infrastructure, but stay. Our Mita here, we know you've made a total investment. We know that your total investment is expected to exceed 3 billion. After the phase 2 expansion is completed, but stay, go. What is that? These people have invested over 2.5 billion US dollars in this country just to rehabilitate your rail, your port, your money infrastructure. These people are proposing is the second expansion. The second expansion. And if that is agreed, it means they're going to increase their investment to $3 billion. If we are not sure about the figure, we have technicians here that can do the evaluation. We have LRA here, we have NRC here, we have Mass and Energy here. So this one, don't argue it. If we think they don't have the capacity, we have the technicians to determine to evaluate. So if they tell you 3 billion and you don't trust it, your government should be able to trust it because they are going to do the evaluation and be able to break it down to know where the company is going to spend up to 3 billion and how the company is going to spend or invest the 3 billion, up to $3 billion in your country. that is easy to determine. And these are the conversations that we should be having as stakeholders, lawmakers, ministers, government officials, media people. These are the conversations we have. Oh, Mita wants a second extension. That's going to culminate into almost a little over $3 billion US to total their investment in the country. How can we establish these facts? These are the conversations if we are responsible media people, these are the conversations that we should be having. But because some of these media guys are not technically well equipped up there to understand these technical issues, so they go and take handouts from people to engage in the propaganda and leaving the real technical conversations that we should be having as media people. The real questions we should be asking in our papers, in our commentary, in our analysis. We're not doing them. Most of us. We just want to attack. You know, people here can come and say that attack. What does the country benefit after all of the attacks? We chase the companies out or the investors out because we only know how to attack. We should go. We should develop. And we are a player. We should be encouraging all investors that want to invest here that are coming in with good intentions. And we should be able to, in our conversation, our commentaries and analysis, should be able to carefully or technically examine, critique the intentions that are being expressed through the different mineral development agreements that are being proposed to the legislature. Not by attacking the reputation of the company that we're doing with Mita. We can't be doing that. This is the same Mita, in case you've forgotten. Your rail infrastructure neglected. 243 kilometer rail for Yekepa to Bikena, rejected, neglected after the war. This is the very company, the very Mita we are attacking today that came in here and said, we will rebuild. We will rebuild this rail infrastructure. 243 kilometers rail from Yekepa straight. And we are pretending like they've done nothing. You see the rail, you know it has been rebuilt. You can walk there and physically confirm that it has been rebuilt. And we're still projecting our messages or our utterances like the company has done nothing. And we think everything is politics. You think I don't want to sit down here and these young girls and boys that are graduating from university to go to Yekepa or Bikena or somewhere to work? You think I don't want them to go to B Mountain if we can pressure them to expand to go and work, or Western Cluster or Orlando that may come, or HPX that may come, or what you call the other company, Total that may come? But we're all ignoring all those companies and focusing on Mita alone. Because it is built in our mind that Mita should be the cash cow. So everybody wants to run in or rush in or troop in to cut their share or grab their share. I wish I knew people close to AML. On a serious note, this is wrong. We are quick to forget in this country. And I will repeat, this company build your rail, rebuild your rail for scratch. 243 kilometers. Are those lawmakers not seeing that? They're seeing train on the road, on the rail. And we still want the people to believe that the company has done nothing. Instead of saying, let's engage the company to upgrade, to amend or augment. We say no, let's attack. And we think that's going to make sense to some of us. That's not possible. So we will stay here and keep reminding you. Currently, these people are supposed to be paying the money to you based on the quantity of ore that they ship. Now they're paying more, but it's small if they expand the capacity, the shipping. That's why they build up the processor in Lima. to process the before shipping. But that they will be able to transport more oils all of the country. And you, the LRA folks, you through the LRA will be able to know the actual quantity and value before it leaves your country. So if you think they were insincere to you by declaring the commercial value, now they have already solved that problem. You now have the opportunity to know the true commercial value because you know the quantity that is leaving or that's going to be leaving your country. These are things that the lawmakers are not telling the people. How many persons are aware that Mita has built a processor here in Liberia that will clean the ore? They're not shipping there again, they will clean it right here. When they clean it right here, the actual quantity, the government will be able to know. When the government know, she will be able to value it. So Mita cannot come down and self-declare because the government will already know the quantity that left the country and they can be able to price it or value on the world market. That's what a decent company would do. Open up to you to give you the chance. The one in Grand Cayman County are still taking your gold from here and shipping them straight into Europe. The government does not even have an idea of the total quantity of gold that is shipped out of this country. They don't. Everybody is still estimating. Somebody will tell you, one lawmaker told me, B. Martin makes almost a little over 32 million every month from this country in gold, in the value of gold that leaves this country. Yeah, a lawmaker said that to me. A lawmaker said that to me. But everybody is focused on AML. It will have to be serious. I'm concerned because for a company to tell you to promise you $200 million, that's no joke. I want that money to come in this country because it's going to affect everybody, regardless of your political side. So I want the money. And I don't need anybody to tell me or ask me to say these things. I don't. We must remember. Or expansion will increase production. We increase the people's production, all production. This means Mita, according to stocks, was there shipping a little over 5 million tons. That's why the stocks we have before us shows that Mita was shipping close to 5 million tons of iron ore from this country. With this second expansion, and calculate the amount they were paying to you just by shipping 5 million tons of ore. If this expansion goes through the legislature, Mita is going to be shipping 15 million tons of ore out of this country every year, from 5 million to 15 million. 15 million. And tell me that's not a good commercial value that is going to increase revenue in this country. And you say we should ignore all these things and just focus on the politics. Because one lawmaker sitting somewhere does not want Mita to be operating in the country or wants to use Mita for political reasons or for campaign purposes in 2029. So he's launching his 2029 re-election bid now, using Mita as a scapegoat. Because whatever the case is, Mita cannot employ all the buyers. It's not possible. It's not possible. So there will always be people the buyers who want to work for Mita, but they don't have the opportunity because the company will not employ everybody. So those who will feel angry that the company that they do not have a job with the company, they will definitely listen to any lawmaker who just will go in the morning just shout, "Oh, Mita not doing anything." Not employ all the buyers. Why the Boston lawmakers are not shouting behind Mita? Why the Bon County lawmakers are not shouting behind Mita? Why only every time is someone and one or two lawmakers waking up in the morning and just shouting behind Mita? Especially so when elections are coming. And those of you, my friends, especially my young friends in Lima, we all have to be very careful how we follow and support lawmakers when they decide to shout under the guise of advocating for you. We have to be careful. We have to self-evaluate before we follow. Because we might just be supporting the selfish political interests of these lawmakers, thinking that they are advocating on our behalf. I'm telling you, Claudia Allison, it seems Liberia is on a serious course. On a serious note. They did the same thing. George Weah was here. When this agreement was presented to the legislature under George Weah, they all started fighting the agreement. All UP folks, they started fighting. I remember too, all around, causing defending the thing, they justifying, giving fiscal justification why the giving Mita or second amendment is important. The UP folks, politicize it. We are even told reliably that HPS folks even got involved, started fighting, lobbying internationally to ensure that some people got session and all. What is that? Today, here we are. The biggest investment in the private sector in this country is Mita. Mita has the largest employment. I don't want to say investment, but employment. The biggest private entity or the biggest employment in the private sector in Liberia is Mita. This is the company that we see lawmakers are fighting. So, I tell us here, we really serious in the country. The company with the biggest or the largest employment record, employment in this country, we see that for the company. And I see people from NIMA who are also appointees in the government. I see them fighting a company that is providing jobs for the buyers. What are we thinking about? This is a company that has localized all procurement activities. Whether it's providing water, or it's providing catering service, or it's providing they do local hire. Unlike there's no company in Bassa or Nima to provide the service, qualified to provide the service, then they source outside. And you go to Nima and talk to Nima, they will tell you, sure, that's true. They will tell you. You open the telephone lines, the buyers will call, listening to the show will call and tell you that's true. Because I'm telling you that the company, Mita, is not perfect, but she's doing well. So why are we fighting? Why can't we sit down and dialogue or negotiate with the folks to augment what they're giving the country, or to amend the agreement and put in the agreement what we think should be in the agreement? But we say, no, let's unleash our bazooka. Let's launch our RPG. Let's fight. We always want to fight, and we say we're government. How can you have government fighting? Government official fighting a company when government official should be negotiating with the company, and we're fighting. As if to say the company is saying, I'm not sitting down with you to talk. This is wrong. Now, I'll conclude on this note. It's wrong. And like I said, I will conclude on this note, but we are going to continue this conversation. We have to caution our people. We have to caution our people. It's important. We have to. This is the company that restarted Iron Ore Money. Iron Ore Money. They restarted Iron Ore Money in this country when Liberia needed them the most in 2011. We started here. This is the company that came here and said, let's go. They restarted iron ore, open the sector. Who are thinking about coming here to kind of use real? You know how long they iron our ore been down there? And you heard anybody telling you, oh, we won't go down to go mine ore from Guinea and pass it through Liberia to carry? And they were all saying, they're not new company. HPS is not a new company. The ores were here, and we were looking for the investment or investor to come and mine our ore to boost our economy. Why HPX didn't come? So somebody will come and build a road, then you can't start fighting. And some of you say, oh, let's accept it. Let's accept it. They only want to identify with you when it is built. When you find out the kind of men there who they stingy. They get certain men, they stingy. They don't spend on women. They don't want to spend on women. They don't feel comfortable spending on a woman. They will say that as soon as they see one man can start investing in a woman, spending on a woman, boom, then they jump in behind her down because she fine now, she clean, she's being developed and everything, and then they jump in behind her now. As soon as men take him from there, people behind now also go. They didn't do that, play that part. They all of them start joining back. That guy went living in $150 apartment. That guy drinking mineral water. That guy in Cottington or Stella Maris. I'm able to pay school fees. That guy driving someone for 4 days. I'm able to buy gas. Then they start joining back. But these are the responsibilities that young man was taking. And all of you came, saw shining and just start jumping beyond. They made job and then everybody start running away. That had some money men behaving. They play that place was lying room. Devastated, underdeveloped. Let's go there because that was a risk. Let's go take the risks. We invest in the infrastructure. We rebuild the infrastructure. They finish building the infrastructure. Then they say, "Oh man, running coming now. Oh no, won't you say with you? Won't you say with you? Why you don't can't put your money there? You're supposed to can't put your money there. If you truly love Liberia, you're supposed to can't risk your money, put it there. Put your billions in it. They will know you love Liberia. Let me tell you something. Anybody who decides to take you from the deck, the mud, and invest in you and clean you, that man truly loves you, or that woman truly loves you, and that woman is sincere with that woman or man is sincere with his or her love to you. Don't overlook it. A man that will take you from scratch, from nowhere, or a woman that will take you from nowhere and clean, that person is not fake. That's real love. That's real love. Don't neglect or forsake that person who took you from the dungeon and elevated you. Today, Liberia is being discussed on the world market as a major source of iron ore deposit. That because Mita came here and invested in our infrastructure and started shipping. And so the attention of the world market got attracted to Liberia. So it was Mita that restarted, rebranded your iron ore deposit, your iron ore infrastructure, your mining infrastructure, giving you face and value on the world market. That's not a sacrifice that you want to fight, that you want to kill. Did you observe that thing you're on? Just stop it. Oracle News, that thing you're on, just stop it. This is not an investment that you want to fight. This is an investment that you want to maintain, you want to sustain. And to sustain it, you have to continue cleaning it, upgrading it. You know, that's what you do. So I'll stop here. Like I said, yeah, we'll stop here tonight. Maybe every day or every week, I will say something about Mita, and not only Mita, but all these agreements in this country that I see have shown sincerity in their willingness or their actions to stay here and invest here. Every day or every week, I will say something about them. These politicians have deceived us for too long. They will come and cost us. Then they go behind and harass the companies to give them money. They will take the money and sit down quietly and nothing will happen. Then we, the citizens who are living in poverty, will start cheering for them, celebrating them when they finish taking that money. And they go sit down quietly. Enough of that thing. So on today, this country is an interesting place. Where's my phone? Okay. The Jeremiah mayor gotta be careful. Jeremiah is connected to too many dirty deeds in this country. What kind of one man you are connected to harvesting human parts? You are connected to, sure, you connected or accused. Okay, you are accused of harvesting human parts. You are accused of engaging into black money or dirty money or counterfeit. You are accused of being connected to drugs and all of that. What kind of man you want, vice president? You just connected to so bad thing. What kind of man are you? Mr. Vice President, you are supposed to be the vice president of our country. There are reasons why people can engage in the bravery. And I'll use myself as an example. You see the work we do here, the criticism or analysis of commentaries we run here. If they were against our editorial policy here, or if they were against free speech, trust me, there were going to be consequences. Unlike in the case where one side is like what Austin have been saying, and then they say, you know what I've been, let go burn a car. You'll be scary. When you not get a car, you will not be working in there. So that bring a car. Or maybe the owner of the station say, my man, the thing you're doing down there, no. Just, So, I'm not even going to waste my time reading that trash that was issued by the office of the vice president. That's a complete trash. I don't even know whether he read that thing before posting it on his page. That's a trash. In this country, we hate to take responsibility for the actions of our employees or subordinates. I know it is shameful and embarrassing. Listen to what the DA commander or DA boss in that area had to say. Listen to this interview. Let me play for you here. Listen to the DA boss. The two of them. Listen to the two of them. The suspect to negotiate the release of the drug suspects. Listen to the two of them in one interview. So thank God in the mental king, you could sense that.
Commander, what is it that led to?
Okay, so the first speaker is the commander of the DA on the Bushel Island.
Attention, few minutes ago.
Yeah, the commander said he went to the office and introduced himself as an employee or a member of the vice president's office. He said, I'm Austin Kawa from the vice president's office. Can we see your identity? He took off his ID card and displayed his ID card to the DEA folks. Listen.
So you went to your office in Newtown and he followed you to the suspects in question. When were they arrested? What specifically were they arrested with? What specifically were they arrested with?
High level of kush. I will tell you something about the LMHRA. The other day I announced it here, right? The government is 100% involved in the trading, the importation, and the trading of kush in this country. I have evidence to that other one. The government is authorizing people to import kush in this country, and they are pretending like, and they're making it difficult for the DEA. They're making it difficult for the DEA and say, pretending, oh, y'all go import. How are the people importing kush in the country? The LMHRA is supposed to be the one doing testing and everything, and giving authorization. The LMHRA is on the record for giving people authorization to import kush. The people go to Commerce Ministry. Commerce Ministry gave the people RPD. Then the government goes running around looking for the users and pretending like they do not know or they're not in the know that the kush is coming in the country. This is wrong. They're aware. So what they do is the vice president they will go and get the legal documents to bring the goods in the country. They take that money and go sit down. Then they leave the sellers or the traders vulnerable to the LDA. So what you see is that only the traders or the users are being targeted or arrested by the LDA. The importers are not being targeted. 99% of the folks you see the DEA say she's arresting, look, those are people who are being used as conduits to cross their goods into the country. They are not the actual owners of those goods. And the DEA knows. Answer to publish all investigations. Answer. Tell the DEA to publish all the investigative reports. You will see cases where people display legal documents to the LDA. In some cases, those caught doing the investigation will call the names of people in government who authorized them to bring their bag, to bring their goods, to do this. And because they are senior officials of government, people might likely choose not to. That's the case with Jerry Coon. The DEA explained that, okay, let me blame. I'll blame. Listen.
Place a value on the amount of goods in terms of monetary value. Okay.
Ask me, and then you'll be clarity.
So what are you going to do here now? Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So as you can see, the tension have already gone down here, and the LTA is in total control. Would you mind talking to us? Would you mind talking to us? Let's hear your side of the story.
The issue is, as the government is not against drugs.
I agree.
You want to penetrate me, but what morning I'm getting me angry.
So you.
Who are you? Who are you to question? He said the thing that making him vexed. How did you get vexed? You are sitting to your house and got vexed? Was he sitting home to get vexed? And he's here telling the reporter the thing that making him angry. If the people want to punish the people, they should punish the people. But they shouldn't take money that ain't making him vexed. Who took money for you? Listen.
I mean, it is alleged that that's an allegation.
That's an allegation.
But do you know that drug is a non-bailable crime?
I know. I'm aware of that.
I'm not wasting my time on the picking, man. The picking is a fool. So the DEA commander across has said in an interview that this young man had gone to offer bribe. Those folks were arrested with the drugs on the weekend. On Saturday, I'm told. And they called one of the suspects, reportedly called this young man in the video. Oh, they arrested him, you are called the chivo. And we are told that this young man communicated with Jeremiah Coon and informed me about the situation and asked that he intervened because it was his auntie or some relative. Then Coon said, and then according to the information, Jeremiah Coon authorized him to go and intervene. Go there and call me from there. If you don't get me, I will call the person in. Call this person. Because you know they were on their way over the weekend in Pond County. So this young man went there. It didn't materialize. We were told that he was even calling the vice president back. The vice president was not picking his call, and the other people in the office he called could not reach the vice president because the vice president was busy. According to the narrative we received from insiders. And the other guy said to me from the legislature, Kawa, you pretty tell me, you really think that young man will leave his business? Not a senior person there in the vice president office. And go to the court. Display his ID card on a Monday after he attempted on Saturday to secure the release of the suspect. He attempted on Sunday to secure the release of the suspect. It did not materialize until the vice president came back and got exhausted with his activities. And on Monday, a young man who works in the vice president's office will go to DEA on Saturday and he doesn't succeed. He goes back Sunday, he doesn't succeed. And on Monday, he will wear costume and go back and take out ID card and give it to the LDA people, identify himself as an employee in the vice president's office without any authorization from the vice president. The guy said, pretty tell me. So all the things that Pikin doing there, he got caught. He poorly managed the errand he was sent on by the vice president, and he got caught. That's why he's willing to take the full responsibility. Then implicating or admitting that the vice president said. Besides that, If the vice president send this man, do you really think the vice president will come openly and say, I authorize the young man to go and negotiate the release of a drug suspect? Do you think the office of the vice president will issue a statement admitting to sending this young man to called Clifford to go and secure the release of a drug suspect? Hey, we all have to think outside the box. We have to be critical in our thinking, in our reasoning, and our analysis. You just tell me, can a rogue admit to stealing? Have you seen somebody who has not been caught telling you, say, yes, I did it? The only rogue that can admit that the rogue that is caught. Jeremiah Kun has not been caught as an individual named Jeremiah Kun. So they will lie. They will not admit that it is the vice president's errand that this young man was on. And you don't need a rocket scientist to convince you that this young man was on an errand from the vice president. You don't need a rocket scientist to convince you or tell you that the vice president will not admit, or his office will not admit, that they sent this young man on errand. You don't need to have a rocket scientist convincing you or telling you that this young man was sent by the office of the vice president or was representing. This man has an ID card. He said he was representing from the office of the vice president. There is a bigger connection to this thing that we are just waiting for authorization to release from our source. The vice president lied. The vice president lied about his connection and relationship to Clifford. His own colleagues are sending up messages. His own colleagues are sending up messages questioning how the vice president will say he doesn't know the man. The vice president can say that thing. That people who do not even know sending up messages. How the vice president office will issue a statement of such. Then I was talking. See? You see? You see? Hey, they conjure, eh? Oh. His own friends. His own friends are not even agreeing. His own friends, though. My attention has been drawn to a video circulating on the internet involving a staff of the Group of 77 and offices of the Liberian Drug Enforcement Agency. Let me state this with absolute clarity and without contradiction. Still got 5% rating. Let me state this with absolute clarity and without contradiction. Anyone, and I mean anyone, connected to me by whatsoever means, whether by blood, by marriage, by employment, or by friendship, who engages in drug-related activities will face the full weight of the law. Whether it is my wife, my children, my siblings, or any linked to my office, the law will take its course without hesitation and without interference. I can't roll the trash. This rubbish. That's what the vice president wrote. And these are things when we start to talk, then people say, oh, my man, the men are the vice president, the men are there, all the kind of thing. See what the vice president wrote on his official Facebook page. The first thing, the vice president is arrogantly and ignorantly disassociating the Group of 77 from his office. That's the first thing he's doing. He said the man is an employee of the group of 77. The group of 77, that office is honor. It's under the office of the supervision of the vice president. Go and see the budget. See where those who are employed at the group of 77, see which budget, which land. See where their budget is from. And the vice president is that's why the man is like, my attention has been drawn to a video circulating internet involving a staff of the group of 77. The group of 77 is under the office of the vice president. And then man is telling us that Jeremiah couldn't say him again that job. Their own friends are telling us that Kun gave him the job. Kun knows the man. Musa Bedede's son was arrested. He owned it and accepted it and apologized to the public and family members for the embarrassment the engagement of his son may have caused his supporters, his followers, his family people, and all of that. This other young man called Jeremiah Kun is distancing himself from his employee. This young man. This is the man who wants to be president. He a president can never take responsibility for anything. They are always scapegoating. They only want to drink milk, lick ice cream. They love the sweet things, the better things. Then he distancing himself. The same young man have been running errand for the men. This young man is one of the errand boys for Jeremiah Kun. Their country is small. In the same way, they may got friends. Clifford got friends who are aware that he's one of the errand boys for Jeremiah Kun. How come he's now sounding like he's not in the know or like that a woman or that somebody higher Clifford at the group of 77? What kind of country we have here? I can imagine if this was George Weah. I can imagine if this was coming from Phina Bono's office. One of her special assistant or administrative assistant is caught in similar behavior. Banana Joe Weah go by the just to can't take. Banana Joe Weah go by just to can't take. These people, let me tell you something. They said that use that woman or grown-up woman can be the first to shot Obojo, that other grown-up woman. Can be the first to call a friend grown-up woman. That grown-up man, use that man can be the first to call a friend man, grown-up man, use that man. Or tell woman, what are you doing with that grown-up man? You find your man, you see your man. What are you doing with that grown-up man? You know that man? That I think you people were on. During the 6 years of George Weah, that's what they were on. Telling the Liberian people what was George Weah, or what were they doing with George Weah? What are doing with that man? That man who riding private jet. That man who bringing kush in the country. That man who stealing 16 billion. That's what they were telling you, Liberians. As if to say when they come, there will be no drug in the country. There will be no kush in the country. There will be no secret killing in the country. There will be no ritualistic killing in the country. There will be no increase in corruption cases in the country. And there will be no president riding or flying private jet. That's what they made you to believe. So you who voted him, point to the difference. Point to one thing that has changed, that the campaign against that has changed. That's it. The issue about drugs has increased in the country. The importation and usage have all increased in the country. What has decreased? Look around you. Check the schools. Check the schools. How many new teachers have been hired? Have they increased the salaries of the teachers? Have they increased the salaries of healthcare workers and medical doctors? Have they increased civil servant salaries? Have they returned civil servant salaries to pre-harmonization era? No. What they have done is they have increased their budgets. All the hospitals in the country, all the referral hospitals in the country, put them together. The government gave them $5 million to run all the hospitals in the country for 2026. The government gave them $5 million. $5 million. Divide $5 million US dollars by 14 or 15 medical hospitals. Referral hospitals, sorry. All the hospitals in the country, all the referral hospitals in the country, the government, you put that money together, that $5 million. Joseph Barker office alone, $15 million. And you say you want to fight drugs. And you want to fight drugs. So I love the way they made it to believe that George Weah government was doing all the wrong things in the country. The first time Costa said, Jeremiah Kume can be harvesting human parts. The second time, we heard from an insider within a camp that he was engaged into black money business or money laundering and all of that, including counterfeiting. Today, it is jokes. Today is jokes. Yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. But they still want you to believe that everything is okay. What kind of country do we have? Yeah, you see my phone? I had to go check my. I understated the amount. I'm sorry. That's true. Yeah. Ministry of State, $15.1 million. The EPS, $9.1 million. Total of $24.4 million. $24,400,000 will be spent on the president's office to run the president's office. How many put it there? And guess how much they intend to spend in all of the countries? All the 15 countries. They say for social development or county development, they're giving each county $186,000. You put that amount together, that's something around $2.78 million around it. So you want to invest into development in the countries, and you say $186,000. What kind of development can $186,000 do in a county like Grand Cape Mount? You give Grand Cape Mount County $186,000. What can they do in Cape Mount? You gave Bombing $186,000. What can they do in Bombing? But you gave the president's office alone $15.1 million. Then you gave the EPS $9.1 million. Just the executive mansion operation alone, $24 million, $24,400,000. Then you get counties, $186,000, $186,000. Joseph Barker alone, the office where you can sit down in, that $15.1 million. Yeah. And I see people shouting, "Oh, the budget increased to 1.2 billion. Oh, the budget increased to 1.2 billion. 1.2 billion is significantly going into the pockets of the elites. It's not going into investing. It's not going to invest into human development. No. Nothing. Is investing that money in the pockets of the same government officials. Because we've increased recurrent expenditure. See salaries. Who are benefiting the biggest chunk of the salary portion? They're not civil servants. They're presidential appointees. Not the town chiefs or the clan chiefs or the elders or the zoos or bodios. Not the city mayors. Not the township commissioners. Not the governors of the borough of New Kutan. No, not even the superintendents of the counties. The superintendents will only be able to manage $186,000 for the entire 2026. What can $126,000 development do in any country? So it means for the entire 2026, there is nothing significant in terms of development is going to take place in your counties for 2026. That $186,000 the government putting in the budget for your county to build anything you want to build. They call it county development. And they gave you $186,000 to spend next year. So, but not even passing the budget, you already know that your county is experiencing nothing significant in terms of development next year. Nobody has to tell you. Because that $186,000 and Baka taking for $24 million to spend on his office. Money, chasing money. But again, we're joking. When I was having this conversation on the weekend, he said, "Mommy, I don't give people hard time ever." They man Baka did not lie to you. So you stop giving him hard time. You leave Baka with his shoe bene and his share bene and his car bene and his private jet and he upgrading his house. He said the old man did not lie to you. The old man told you that he had nothing. He was living on loan. A serious country will not give such a person power. The man tells you he's broke. The man tells you he's broke to the extent that he's living on loan. You still heard it. And you went and gave a man, a broke man, living on loan power. And you say the man should not resuscitate himself? Does that make sense? He said, come on. The only reason why I can even listen to you sometimes when you're talking out that because you said these things during the election and now the people are realizing these things. But it was good that a few of you ran these critical analysis about the risks of giving a poor man power. As you guys will not be the moral forces around here to chastise Joe Baka for wearing customized shirt and wearing expensive shoes and watches and all of that. But because you're saving. The man came to you and he said, no. That before the old man came to you and told you, two things the old man told you, that if you guys were not, you guys were smart enough, you guys would not have elected this old man. He said, you see me? I basically I'm into your politics, baby. But there are two things they meant to you. It's just la bureau the girlfriend and Baka the boyfriend. Baka not coming, la bureau the girl, Baka the man. The man coming approach the girl. He comes to the girl and say, let me hear, I want you, boy. I broke. I leave you on credit. I want you, but I'm sick. I leave you on battery. The man declared for it. The man told you who he was. The man told you what his medical challenges or complications were. He didn't hide it from you. He told you what his economic capacity was. Meaning that man told you, I do not have the capacity to shoulder your responsibility. So if you are accepting me as a broke person, just know you are accepting a liability. I'm going to be your liability. And don't complain when you agree to accept me under these critical conditions. Don't expect me to perform in bed or perform running around all day when you agree, because I've been telling you I live in a pacemaker. If you expect me to go for 5 minutes or for 2 rounds or 3 rounds, no, I live in a pacemaker. So the man made all the full disclosure to you again. You saw those conditions, you accepted those conditions. To start complaining now that, oh, the man can save me in bail, oh, the man get Wall Street, oh, the man want to go SSR, oh, the man. No. Then the man, the partner will say no. The man told you he had these complications and you accepted him. So just as you accepted him, you should continue to be with him. If the man had not told you, that different thing. But the man told you. So the man said, my man, trust me. Liberian people must experience this man and stop complaining. This old man was very magnanimous enough by telling the entire country, show, Joe Baca appeared on that show and said he's living with pacemaker. We elevated that thing and expanded the debate. Still, 20,000 buffoons did not listen. And when they voted for the man, made the man president. The man did not stop there. He said in an interview that he got nothing. He living alone. And he told us to go to Abbey and ask his friend at Abbey, who is now the head of Central Bank, Henry Samoa. He said, go to Abbey and ask Samoa, I am living on loan. Go to Abbey, that where I can take my loan from. Who was Abbey president? Henry Samoa, the current president, head of the current governor of the Central Bank. So he paid the man back with a job because that man was giving him the people money. This is the man who was approving the old man loan. So now he had to send a man Central Bank to be able to manipulate the system there and see how Baca can pay some of those loans back. With those conditions, we accepted the old man to be our president. Then those of us who did not agree, that's why we can sit here and shout and scream and in boldness, in bravery, in happiness, in smile, with pride to continue to engage Joe Baca because we told you that Joe Baca did not have any capacity to lead or to govern the country. We told you Joe Baca was broke. If he comes to power or if you bring him to power, he was going to steal from your covers. We told you that he was going to run a corrupt cartel of thieves and rogues and decorated criminals who were all broke and could not even afford plane ticket to leave America to come here for that confirmation. Some of them were living here, they could not even afford to pay house rent. What do you see today? Do you see anything different? So the guy said, my man, so yeah, you're doing your part, you're playing your part because you're own bar, you say all these things and everything. But the people that don't want to hear complaining here are the ones who call themselves unity partisans and who said they were on the fence and who said they were elite, and because Joe, we ain't go to UL, and because Joe, we ain't go to AMU, because Joe, we ain't go to Zion, because we ain't go to Cottington, so they don't see me as his own, so he must go in bar. The men now who went to UL, who went to CWA, who went to UL, they're here. Rack, we can get out of him. A big walking mess. You saw the video while the man sleeping? Let me end the show with their course. On my phone. Let me play a video. The man sleeping. It's one paramount. She talking to the man. Bonking. See, Papi. I let Papi Bene, but Papi can embarrass me. That people ain't honestly. I let Papi Bene, but the Papi can embarrass me. That's why I can get vexed. Then none of you see I fair about. See the Papi. Hey, what are you doing here? Then my phone is spoiling. Ink. Ink is running through it. Let me see. Let it Omer. For you watching you. See the Omer? Y'all see the Omer? See the old man? The man sleeping. Oh. See the man phone on the table? Hey, King Bwaka. Hey, King Bwaka. King Bwaka feel on the table, ba. Serious government function. Oh. They went in the palace, in the presidential palace, oh, in Bon County. The commissioner goes to talk to him and tell him about agriculture, Benin, how they need to invest in agriculture. The papa get his leg crank on his shoe dirty, then he get his leg crank, then like play thing the people doing. Then he take a cap when he's scratching his hair. You see, he take a cap, scratching his hair. On protocol, on culture. Look at, see, see my leg. See the old man leg. President in the presidential quarter. He can't leg. Then people talking to him. Hey, King Bwaka. You see? You see the bad luck we get in the country. You see the disaster. Eh? You see? Okay. I just bet. Yeah. There are a lot of things that happened. And I think some of these things happen for a reason. Now that Liberians are seeing the true colors of Joe Bwaka, imagine for a few seconds that it was George Weah having his feet on that table as president, and a town chief or a district commissioner is having conversation with him. Can you all just imagine what the conversation would have been about? Can you imagine what the conversation would have been about? But you guys now are realizing that Joe Bwaka is just nothing extra. Some of you were convinced, were fooled to believe that this old man was an extra quality. You see your legs? Who goes to a conversation on official trip? That was a presidential visit to Bon County. And obviously, it is expected that officials of Bon County, local government officials, will come to have a conversation with you, to interact with you. And you have the president sitting with a leg crank on the table. Who puts his leg on table in an office? With that kind of shoe daily on it like that. On his own camera. Amen. Amen. Etiquette. Basic etiquette. The president should always look formal or appear formal in a formal gathering or doing a formal conversation. The first thing that local government official should not have even nailed down to the president. No. The reason why the President Sirleaf started this presidential palace or stuff in the different countries was because normally the president would travel and there's nowhere to sleep. She has to go sleep in. She had to go sleep in hotels or guest houses and all that. But let's start building presidential quarters and things, or refurbishing the ones that were already existing. So I can have my meetings. I can have my interactions with the local government officials here, all of that. So it is obvious that local government officials will come to the presidential palace or the presidential villa or whatsoever it is to have formal conversation. That man was discussing with the president or suggesting to the president the possibility of him considering investing in agriculture in his township. That formal conversation there. The president got his legs cranked on the table where pen and paper are supposed to be, where notepads or files are supposed to be, receiving official documents from either the superintendent, the city mayor, and the president got his leg on the table. But again, some of us can go to bed happy. Even if we get soup rest to eat, we get dry rest and moment to eat, we can go to bed happy because everything we said about this old man and these UP folks are revealing. Sorry, everything is revealing itself. Everything is revealing itself. All the things we said about this old man, all those things are revealing themselves. That today we can go to bed as proud young people. Next time when they bring Baga for you, go run behind him. Yeah? 2029 coming. You people say Joe Baga will be in a grave. The only way he will not contest in 2029. That's the only way he will not contest in 2029. Unless he's in his grave. So Baga even waiting to be in wheelchair with his picture on the ballot. And the UP guys will celebrate and campaign for a puppet in wheelchair with his face or picture on the ballot. That's the strength and the heart of their desperation. Should that be there? Should that be in a wheelchair? We register you. We were camping. The men were walking. Baga did not go to the southeast to campaign. He didn't have to go. Still, a few handful of people in the southeast voted for him. President wants to campaign to be president, and he excluded an entire region that has over 5 counties. Yeah, he didn't go there to campaign only because of physical and medical challenges and inabilities. The people did not see all these things. I was saying, say Baga going to do county tour, thank you tour. You not see him doing it in 2 years gone. Watch and see what the old man will go do thank you tour. Watch the show. Y'all will tell yourself 0776. I didn't want to take course, I won't go home. But let me just take 4 course. I'll take 4 course, man, and go home. Yeah. I'll take 4 course and go home. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Just 4 calls. Hope you can make your point in 1 minute. So I can go home. I know your car, so I can be rushing to go home.
Good evening to you.
Good evening to you, my brother.
Thank you so much. Now, see, this is Jehovah Chicken Plamo.
Wow, my man, it's been a while.
Yeah, brother, long time.
Wow, good to hear you, man.
Yeah, thank you so much, Austin. And that phone me from my Patrick resident. Now, Austin, you make me when I'm dancing and like, oh, when, Austin? Because in the song, and you people say anything over and over. I'm a witness to everything you're saying on this radio. We were here, we are not spiritual. Even us, we were put to to the refusal of WhatsApp because we knew Baga Punya brought anything to the table.
Yeah.
And that's why we're telling the Liberia people, please do not allow this old man. The people don't have interest. Or the people don't have the mind of this country. The people who don't want to come to read themselves. They say Georgia were dancing for car. The woman were dancing to a horse. They said people were doing this. The woman were chasing the last man in the office.
Yeah.
People make it fun. Stealing for us. People say, why you would say a woman put in box and pass it around? That screen see there. Just got for the families of bosses around here. When he bought passing around, any profit. The people are deceiving us. They're not saying this put children are not here. They 3 days nothing. And thank you for doing everything. Until those who are getting here.
Yeah. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Next person, go ahead. 1 minute. Go to the point.
Okay.
Oh. Am I sounding like KOK tonight? You calling me KOK? Go ahead.
Yeah, KOK. And Austin brother and his twin brother. Let me say this. Look, Waka, he was one better shoe for 6 years. He was laying one side jacket.
And beat to Café Tracy to whom? We beat to Café Tracy.
He He wore one pair of shoes, black shoes. What he now saw is nothing, a little water. I ain't but why put the eye looking to the ESP. They say you bosses. But what's the bosses in the street now, son? You feel poor as a big chicken. But when they say about for the first and for the $3,000, I want that pay up money. I ain't the street breaking down. Open the bottom in the head and so you need. The fucking lie, you can't lie. You got about they want to lie to you power. You will not wipe. I say you will not wipe. You put a poor story like I give it to you. In the thing that you win for me, I was saying they will not win. The story like I give it to Waka. So what you do now, you gotta do it. When you don't do it for the now, they will want it. They go to have a Waka, you coming by care poor children, you care poor fathers, poor parents, and they are crying, they are whipping. You say now, yeah, before you go to your boy, you say you go bottom in the street. They go say, okay, now that means my father say, that's all. They think very good, they have problems, big friend them, put in the street. What would say? Everything 1 week, they disgrace them. You go ahead and put you all the way you're more get where you're going. So what people get upset in the street and say, oh, they make us support them. They're very brave, but go through there, go clean up. What can I say? Say, a bit more. We tell them about how much thing about breaking ground for party and follow. You can clean up cafe. Before you find a poor behind the whole summer, and that came for children, came for parents in the street. They say you run. Who wants care water? Oh, actually, who wants care in the water?
Thank you.
When you get because your blood already is dead, nothing Sunday. Who wants care when they get your blood? The put their blood on it. That's okay, you for some water. If you come back to the town, you fall still. Someone else people. Then you stop that. The first officer start getting over it. We stop now. So I get going to see the children. Children in school, we're crying for it. But you say, in our judgment. It's not a good thing.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
But today, you got to pass. Now, bring your whole boss. You say you probably you for saying you leave your whole way where they were please tap on it.
Thank you very much. Next person, good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Yes, good evening.
Please go ahead. Oh, I didn't cut you off. Hello? I mean, answer calling, doing different thing. I mean, I can go on. Okay, folks, trust me, we are going home. We are going home after this last call. Good evening to you.
Yes,
let's hear you. Hello? Okay, no problem. Bye-bye. Hello? Your monitor.
Hello?
Your monitor is too loud. Can you move away from the radio and make your point?
My name is Mohammed Kamara, calling from Bomi Country.
Okay, Bomi, go ahead. Mr. Manager, otherwise you have to change the other phone here. The other phone by is there. It gave me a set network. Oh. They won't get try. Oh, no. So sorry to let all of you to go tonight. We don't want to burst our eardrums. Oh, yes, that's how we go home tonight. Oh, yes, sure. Paul Jasper, welcome. It was good having you joining us lately. Margaret J. Momo. Yes, that is if we give them the chance, Clary Allison. I think, yes, but people messing things up. Yeah. Thank God some of these people in the diaspora see what Joe Bugger is doing here that they've been celebrating in the diaspora. When they go back, the conversation will change. On this note, we have to go home. My name is Austin Kawa. Thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. We shall be back at tomorrow by God's grace. But until then, do have yourselves pleasant moments in your respective areas. Bye-bye.
You screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why?